Hi everyone, I'm Maddie,
And I'm Amber.
and we're
Witches Talking Tarot.
And today we're going to be talking about our favorite spooky stories that we read around Halloween time as kids. I'm excited to talk about this one. I have to say, my favorite spooky short story, has got to be The Wife with the Necklace. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's what I was gonna like. In a Dark, Dark Room was one of my absolute favorite books growing up, and that is where the green cord, the velvet cord,
yes!
the velvet ribbon.
I met that actor. I met that actor. He came to my school.
Oh, the voice actor.
No, the I'm sorry. I met that author.
Oh, okay. Because then,
he
like
came
the
to
voice
my
actor,
school,
there are some terrifying
and he read it out
reading.
loud
Yes.
to our school, and it was
illustrations are terrifying. Everybody's teeth are like this fucking big.
Yeah. Oh my
And like
God.
I loved all the stories. Like there's a story about a pirate in there. Like the green ribbon is the one that sticks with me the most. I've talked about it on this show before.
Why did you do that or some shit
her
like
head
that?
falls off. Like my entire generation of girls, like those of us that read In a Dark, Dark Room, we all be getting those thick chokers, and we're like, I know there were other girls that got thick ass chokers, and they were like, it's just like the story.
Cringe, but yes, I get it
so much, and I don't care.
love it, it.
Because I'm all like, this spider, I needed to get something so I can wear him as a necklace. Because Leland is my pin that I got at Tulsa PPD, and look how good he goes with these nails.
Oh, I love it.
With these nails though, specifically, like look at these colors. Like the nails are perfect with him. But like, and I was thinking, because I was like, oh, I could get a green ribbon.
Oh, that would be pretty.
Right? Because he's got green in his little...
Now, I have to say, I'm curious on if anyone else has read the author Mary Pope Osborne. I think that's her name. She wrote children's horror books, okay? But she also wrote like other things like Magic Treehouse, okay? So she wrote the Magic Treehouse. Well, okay, let me make sure I'm telling this the right one, okay?
Yeah. I mean, I know everybody's dying.
Mary Downing Hahn. I'm so wrong.
Oh,
I was so wrong.
Okay. I know that name.
Mary Pope Osborne actually recently passed away, but so this author, she did books like Deep and Dark and Dangerous, and she actually started writing in the 80s. So it's very well, you may know her. I read Deep and Dark and Dangerous, and this one was about this. They go to stay at the old. Book cover? Yes. Okay. So this one is the one I'm going to talk about. This one was written in 2007, so probably not. But oh my God, is it on Kindle? The Old Willis Place. Forget about Deep and Dark and Dangerous. That was fun. That was scary. It was like the whatever. But The Old Willis Place has stuck with me as a child and as an adult. It is basically about these two kids. They live in the woods. They're homeless. You think they're homeless. It's through the girl's perspective, okay? You think they're homeless. They're living in the woods. They live outside of an estate. There's a big house, the old Willis house, right? There's the caretakers of the house. New caretaker moves in. It's his dad. It's a girl and her dad, okay? They have to take care of the old house. They're not supposed to talk to the caretakers or they'll be removed from the property. Whatever. Girl starts making friends with the new girl. They talk. Brother gets pissed. You're not supposed to talk to them. We'll get removed from the property. We're not supposed to be homeless. She's like, it's fine, right? Goes into the old Willis place. The truth is revealed in the end. Okay, like halfway through. They died. They are ghosts. Mrs. Willis locked them in the attic because they were being so loud, and she was pissed.
I think I read this.
She's like, this is bullshit.
They were like servant kids or something?
No, they were their caretaker kids. So like
caretakers kids.
So basically, she locks them in there. As they're locked in there, she wasn't gonna lock them in there to kill them forever. It was an accident, right? She has a stroke. No one knows they're there. All of a sudden, they're just missing kids. They die from starvation and dehydration, right? They wake up in front of the old Willis place. They have no idea they're dead, right? Mm-hmm. They finally realize they're dead. And it's awful. They don't want to go into the house, right? Because she is haunting the house. And they're scared of her because she was so mean and she locked them up. Finally, they go in there. something happens. They realize they're dead. They're going to go into heaven, right?
Right.
Mrs. Willis comes like running out and she's like, "Please take me with you. I can't do this anymore. Please take me with you. It was an accident. I had no idea. I wasn't trying to do anything bad. I was just trying to scare them. I was going to let them out immediately." And like, cuz she was going to let them out, but she fucking fell over the
Yeah.
second it happened. And so the parents and the kids look up and they're like, "We forgive." And then she has to
I remember this
yeah.
storyline because
Oh
I
my God.
remember the kids that died
Yes.
in the attic because somebody locked them in to teach
Mhm.
them a lesson.
Yes.
And I remember that. I don't remember all of that
Oh my
detail, but
God.
it's like
It has stuck with me.
like The Ghost of Bannock Hall is a
Mhm.
book that I loved, and I was probably like 11 or 12 the last time I read the full book, so I don't know the whole plot. Like, I know The Ghost of Bannock Hall, this girl, at least, maybe there's also a boy, because it might be a sister and a brother. They move into, like, it's old Mississippi, or
Mhm.
like down in the South, I'm pretty sure. Although it might be old up in the Northeast, but it's like old, like an old manor that they
Mhm.
move into. And there are ghosts, and there's like a haunting or whatever, and they're like trying to figure out what the haunting's about. And like, literally, I love that book so much that for like until I was in my 20s, I was like, there's a headstone in the
Mhm.
book, and like the inscription on the headstone, I was like, I want that on my headstone. Like, that's how much I love this book. Remember, uh, I
Mhm.
got my niece
Mhm.
that book for
Mhm.
her when she turned like 10 or 11 because I loved that book so much, and I was
Mhm.
like, you're getting into spooky stuff.
Mhm.
Here, like, you need this book because The Ghosts of Bannock Hall is so good. Because, like, that's the best thing about these spooky books that you read growing up, like,
Right.
sharing them with the next generation. Because, like, most everybody knows the Alvin Schwartz books of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and then Scary Stories 3. I forgot the name of it already. Hold on. Scary Stories 3. Come on, tell me. Where is it? Dang. Whatever. If you know the name of the third book, you know the name. Scary Stories and More Tales to Chill Your Bones. These are so good. We have the original old, like, 90s version covers, and then we got these special edition covers because my husband loves them too. My kids have all read them growing up. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's okay. I was really trying not to tip your glasses, but since the books were right there, I thought I would get them out and show them. But, like, The Big Toe. I don't know if you ever
Oh
read
my
them.
God. Yeah.
The Big Toe. That story freaked me out so bad. As well as, like, I love Me Ty Doty Walker. I didn't like the movie at all, and I hated what they did with Me Ty Doty Walker in the movie. But, like, she yelled like a cat or whatever. They have a cat, a shapeshifter. She shapeshifts
Mhm.
into cat, Black Panther.
Mhm.
It's down in Texas by the Rio Grande. So I loved the stories that took place in Texas because I'm from Texas. And like, he chops off the cat's paw, and then he goes
Oh,
home,
and
and
it's
his
his
wife
wife's.
has
Mhm.
no hands.
Which is based off an old werewolf
Yeah,
tale.
yeah, exactly. I loved it, but I knew of that before I knew the werewolf story,
Uh-huh.
right? And of course, there's the terrifying story where the couple is down in Mexico and they find this sweet little chihuahua. He's all covered, he's all waterlogged, and they take him home and they're taking care of him, and they take him to the vet. And the vet says, "That's not a chihuahua, that's a sewer rat."
Oh, damn, that sucks. But if he was so sweet, I would probably keep him anyway.
I don't think did I say he was sweet?
No, you didn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like, if he was nice, I'd probably keep him anyway. Like,
I don't know that all. Maybe that's why I was never a fan of little dogs until we got these little dogs. Like, legit, that fucking story got me. Oh, but one of my favorite spooky stories growing up was the Dollhouse Murders. Did you ever read that one?
no, it just popped it up though.
Did it?
I think so.
The Dollhouse Murders is so fucking good. I probably haven't read this book in 35 years, 34 years. And I still
Oh, I
remember
see.
exactly. It's about
I
this
know
little
the
girl,
cover. I know the
and
cover.
she's got a dollhouse,
Mhm.
and there are murders. Like, the dollhouse is a replica of the house they live in, and there were murders that happened in the house, and the murders keep playing out in the dollhouse with the little. It's
How
so fucking
creepy.
creepy. I love it. I was obsessed with dollhouses. I wanted one so bad. I
I
used to
want
make
one.
my own dollhouses because my parents
Not
would
I want
not
one,
buy
not
me
some
one.
fucking Barbie dream house. I
Right,
want
no,
a classic.
Yeah, no, Corey and I
wonderful, yeah.
built, with my mom's help, we built the girls, the two older girls, we built them dollhouses.
Really?
Yeah, they come unassembled. Like, unless you're going to pay, like, $1,200 for it, like, you can get them, but they come, like, it's wood
Mhm.
that you got to put all the stuff together. You got to paint the shingles yourself. You got to paint all of it yourself.
That's why you see, like, old people doing that.
Yeah, it took us, like, I don't know, probably 20 hours. We just, all of us would get in my room together after work,
Mhm.
and we would just work for hours because it was for Christmas, and we
Uh-huh.
didn't know how much work it would be. So,
Right.
like, we had, like, less than 3 weeks to do both houses. So, like, literally each house took probably 20 hours to put together. They were so pretty.
Dude.
And then my daughter, she sawed out the wooden floor of the second story so that she could use it as a Barbie playhouse, which she'd had Barbie playhouse.
It reminds me of...
Because I would have kept those dollhouses. They both destroyed their dollhouses.
Damn. The movie Babe, where the entire fucking movie, for Christmas, the grandpa, the farmer, is working on this gorgeous, amazing dollhouse. And they open it up and they show her, and she goes, "Eh," and they're like, "What's wrong?" "I wanted this and this." What? Dude, fuck you. He's been working on that fucking dollhouse the entire goddamn movie, and you're crying about it.
Maybe that's why I didn't watch Babe. Maybe that kid pissed me off. No, I was obsessed with miniatures. I don't know if I told you that.
No, you have. You have, yes.
Obsessed with miniatures. That's why I love making the stuff for the puppets. Like, I had a little miniature gumball machine. Did I tell you about that?
No.
It was like full of little colored balls. It looked like little gumballs in there. And I had like little miniature popcorn maker, and I got a miniature, like, it was a little gold punch bowl set.
Uh-huh.
And, like, so it was the punch bowl, and then it had hooks all around the edges of the punch bowl, and there was like 12 little cups.
Oh my gosh.
And then there was a ladle that went inside, and, like, it was all, like, this big. I mean, like, it was the cutest. I love miniatures. If anyone had ever done that for me, I would have loved it. Or if they just bought me one, I didn't care. Never got a dollhouse. That little girl sucks.
It was so fucking shitty.
That's probably why I didn't watch Babe over and over like the other movies.
Right.
That's terrible.
Fuck you. All the
My
Goosebumps
kids also
books
were like that about Dollhouse.
All the Goosebumps books, of course. I think
of
most
course,
people.
yeah.
But didn't you like an R.L. Stein series that is not Goosebumps? What is that?
99 Fear Street, motherfuckers.
And that's scarier than Goosebumps,
yes, those
right?
are like, yeah, age up.
More like still children, still what? Or would you consider it YA?
I mean young adult.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like teenage, like, you're definitely you gotta be at least like 15, 16, I think, before you delve into those. I read them much younger because my sister is like almost 5 years older than me.
Right.
So, like, you know, I think once she got into reading like V.C. Andrews, because she loved V.C. Andrews.
I'm gonna mention V.C. Andrews.
Yeah, because those are spooky.
They're scary as fuck. Yeah.
But once she got into that stuff, I could easily steal her Christopher Pike and R.L. Stein books, and those shaped everything about me as a reader and a writer. If I'm being honest, like, R.L. Stein and Christopher Pike were probably some of my very best friends growing up. Like, that's not an exaggeration or a lie. I meant every word of what I just said.
That is the best content creation quote. You should put I mean, put that shit on a fucking t-shirt, actually.
Make a TikTok and that's what it says.
Yes.
Yeah, no, like, because I read until, like, once I moved on to, like, Stephen King, and they were still writing books, you know, like, so I didn't read everything they made, but, like, I read 99 Fear Street and like the Prom Queen, is it Prom Queen series?
Mm-hmm.
By R.L. Stein before Goosebumps was even written and released. And then I flew through Goosebumps. So like I actually went backward in R.L. Stein because I liked R.L. Stein so much. Like because Goosebumps didn't come out when I was reading R.L. Stein originally, you know. But like once Goosebumps came out, I was like, fuck yeah! And then the show came out.
Love it.
Or maybe he had written the Goosebumps books and I just was not aware of them because my sister was not interested, so we did not own them. That could be possible. I don't know. Maybe he did write Goosebumps before he wrote his 99 Fear Street. I really don't know. I do know that I read them first.
I do have to mention VC Andrews, of course. She has R.I.P. VC. She has shaped an entire generation. 100%.
That's what the fuck is wrong with the book.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scream in y'all's ear, but like, no.
But I mean,
VC Andrews has shaped. Flowers in the Attic came out in 1970s. Okay, so this came out a long time ago. It takes place in the 50s. I am going to mention Flowers in the Attic because it's scary.
Yeah, my husband's named after.
It's scary, and I read it in the 6th grade. My mother was so upset. I want to reread it now. I tried to reread it now, but the main character is 13 and I can't. It's weird, you know? But it's so good. It's so good. All of her books are so good.
It's so good if you're immature.
It's so good if you're immature. Because I'm
just wondering, because like
I don't want to change my perspective of it by reading it as an adult, because I know it will. Now I will.
I'm just saying, like subject matter wise, because you have people under the age of 18 engaging in.
That's the problem.
Incestuous.
That's
sexual action.
As I read it when I was the same age as the main characters. The main character was 13.
Right,
that's when I read it.
So that makes sense. You can like identify almost.
Yeah, well, yes, but like.
Well, not entirely.
Yes,
but it's not,
and I did.
Creepy to be reading about them having.
Thank you
schmecks.
for saying that because I tried to reread it. I opened it, read the first like couple chapters, and then I'm like, I feel like a creep reading this book. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like a creep reading it when I was younger, which is maybe why, despite the context, yes, but despite the context, most of the people reading Flowers in the Attic are younger. And maybe that's why. Yeah, Chris?
My mother-in-law was like 14, 15.
Yeah, well, and that's when people read them. Yeah, that's about when people read them, is at that age. And I mean, that's the main character's age. I would love to be able to reread it with the same mindset I had when I read it the first time. However, reading it now, I truly feel like a creep.
Yeah.
You know, I just can't.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could, but I can't. It's weird.
Yeah, no. Well, no, but it makes it. It's like watching something that, like, I'm in my 40s now. When I revisit some of the things that I watched when I was 17 and I was highly attracted to these actors and actresses.
Right.
Now when I watch it in my 40s, they are still attractive individuals to me and it feels wrong, even though in reality they are now older than me. But in this moment in time on this screen, they're like younger than my kids or my kids' age, and that's just not
weird.
That is not.
Yes. So like
I cannot do that.
I'm gonna list Flowers in the Attic.
Yeah.
The Flowers in the Attic and the Flowers in the Attic series is definitely horror. 100%. It is scary.
I mean, a child
it's psychological horror. It's not like
but also
blood and guts.
Well, but I mean, like,
oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. And also, like, first of all, shout out to VC. As I say all the time, you know what I'm about to say? A good author can make a crazy ass plot good. A good author can make you fall in love with the most insane character, and she did it. Not many people can make incest look good. She did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she fucking did. So props to her as a writer. You know what I mean? I'm a big believer that, you know. But I also, like, I
guess, for me, it's like, to me, it's the act of writing that in the first place. Unless it's like that's a warning for it to not happen. Like
it was based on a true story. That's why she wrote it, to tell that story.
wait. Like, did the real characters like grow up and get married and all that, like in the book series, or did she take it further?
I
Like, did
believe
the
she took it
incest
further.
schmex-
The incest absolutely really happened. Like, but I believe she took it further with their like growing up.
the
But
whole
the thing
series.
is, it would be weird. I mean, it's still weird, but it would be weird if they
She
were
was like,
just
this thing sold. What am I gonna do?
if
I'm gonna make
they're
a
living
sequel.
everyday life like normal and fucking, that's fucking weird. But they were locked in an attic
Right.
together and
Yeah, but the sequels, they were living everyday normal life together. Yeah.
Well, she's like, no, we can't do this anymore. We're not in the attic. And he's like, I don't care. I went through this trauma with you. I want to be with you. And I'm like, damn it, Chris, stop. That's so sweet. Like,
No, I hate it so much because my husband is the kid that died, and my brother's
my God.
name is the same as the incestuous brother.
Chris?
Yes, my brother's name is Chris. Ah!
Chris.
Like, and my husband's name is Corey, and those are the boys in the story.
It would make more sense if she named him Chris. I do not know why she named him Corey. Like, I mean,
the child that trusted his mother so much that she was able to kill him. Yeah, I can't. He was so devoted to his mother. Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah, it was so
Anyway,
sad.
we shall not speak ill of the dead, I suppose. Anyway,
point is
it was a fucked up choice.
It was a horror movie. It was a good horror book.
Yeah,
and I actually threw. No, guys, I threw this book at my mother. I was like 10 pages away from the Smeck scene, and I'm reading. My mom's like, "What are you reading?" Nothing. She goes, "Is that Facey Andrews? Ew, are you kidding me? That's inappropriate. Give me that book." I'm like, "No, just let me finish this chapter." She's like, "Give me the book now. You're not allowed to read it." I'm like, "Fuck you." And I tossed the fucking book at her, and she...
Don't take a book away from me.
She fucking... I barely missed. She's like, "Get here!" She comes back up, and she's like, "You know, I guess I was your age when I read this book." Because the people reading that book are 13 and 14 years old. So, like... She let me finish it, and I was like, "Oh, thank God." Finish the chapter. Yeah, I didn't want to have to go behind your back and get it at the library. You can't.
No, I bet I dodged that. Like being drawn to that. I was Yeah.
Can't leave me fucking hanging there. But it was good. It was good.
But Stephen King gave me my fair share of uncomfortable that just no incest. It.
Yeah, I can. I'm sorry. Yeah. I would love to be able to read it, but I can't. Can't read it.
No. I was actually just talking with another author about how terrifying it was. Mm-hmm. You know, like, I lived, guys, when I read it for the first time for a school book report that, like, no adult in my life was like, my teacher, after the fact, he must not have paid attention when I said what I was reading. Mm-hmm. Because when I turned it in, this motherfucker was like, I'm sorry, what? Because I was in 8th grade when I did a book report on it. And Mr. Ciperone was like, you read this book? Like, you this is not meant for your age group. And I was like, yeah, I know. Because I was fully fucking terrified. After I read that, I think I went back to Christopher Pike for a couple more years.
Yeah.
No, seriously, because, like, I lived in a basement. There were, like, the same kind of windows they talk about in a lot of the scenes. Mm-hmm. That was my bedroom windows. Over here on the other side of this door is all the pipes under our house because I lived in the basement. Half of it was finished, and my brother and I made it into 2 separate bedrooms. And then the other half was, like, unfinished, and it was the laundry room. And we made our rabbit's den in there. Because upstairs my dad would not let the rabbit, because he was like, rabbit poop will get everywhere. So we put him in the unfinished part of the basement because, like, he didn't care if we had a rabbit in there, so we were allowed to have a rabbit again. My brother and I loved having rabbits, apparently. This one was named Icarus. Yeah, he couldn't fly too close to the sun. But yeah, like, every time, like, the pipes would groan while I was reading that fucking book, I'd about piss myself.
I realized that I have become the hypochondriac from it. And that fucking blows. That
I don't,
you can argue. You can argue.
I was gonna say, I don't think, I'm trying to remember his name.
I can't.
I'm Eddie Kaspbrak. I don't think you're as bad as Eddie.
God, I hope not.
But, like, also, Eddie, like...
Eddie's mom pushed that shit.
See, that's where I'm like, I think I might be a little Eddie.
He's like,
My
they're
mom-
gazebos! They don't...
Well, my mom took me to the doctor too much growing up. She was always afraid of us getting
Oh
sick,
my
you know, so,
god,
like,
I love it so much.
I
I'm
love
so,
it
like,
so
it is
much.
so
like
good.
the 90s miniseries, so fucking chef's kiss. I know TV was last episode, but this is scary books, and it was a scary book for me growing up. Yeah.
Now, is there any other ones you can think of? I think we could go for a very long time.
Yeah, because, like, but I don't know, like, the ones that I know the titles of are
Yeah.
pretty much the ones, like, because I read voraciously, y'all. Like,
me too. I can't even.
Yeah, like, there were so many series of books that were, like, little horror series that I read as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Exactly.
Like, I don't remember them because I read so much. Like,
mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of time reading Right, Wrong, or Indifferent. I'm not against it. But, like, I was up all night reading because my parents gave me one of those headboards with a light. Like, yeah, no, I read so much. So, but these are the ones that, like, I still know the titles of. And so I figure that's the best thing to do with, because, like, there were a lot of vampire ones. Like, a lot of
Oh,
vampires.
fuck yeah.
And a lot of cryptid ones, because my dad loved cryptids, so he would get me, like, National Geographic books on cryptids and shit. Like,
mm-hmm.
So those were some of my first, like, I would count those as scary or
mm-hmm.
spooky, you know,
mm-hmm.
but, like, not anymore. But as a kid, I think that was the intention. Was
right.
like, here's something scary to read about. Because it's like, my dad loves that stuff. That's why
mm-hmm.
I love that stuff. So anyway, yeah. And if you're adding books to your list to get for short spooky stories or full spooky stories, you can add Tales from a Witch, Terrifying Travels and Traditions, which is my first book, to your list if you want. There's 5 short stories, and they haven't all been on this podcast. So that's all I have to say about that, I guess. Like, I do apologize for my shameless book plug, but I'm going to shamelessly plug my book.
If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments what your favorite scary story is.
Please, because I will fucking read it.
You can find us on Threads, Facebook, and Instagram at Witches Talking Tarot.
And you can find us on the X at Classiest Witches, because we are the classiest witches you know. And you can support these classy witches on Patreon for as little as $6 a month. Patreon.com/Witches Talking Tarot. Big thanks to
Death by DVD
and Victoria. And
thanks for sitting with us for a spooky spell.
Yeah.